All right, boys and girls. So today I'm joined by one of our private clients, Jay Alvarez. Jay is a 30-year-old barber from New Jersey, and Jay actually had incredible, let's say, results when working with us. Jay's only been working with us for about like 50 days or so. And in the first 30 days of working with us, we took him from 4.5K per month in New Jersey, getting about three new clients, five new clients a month, all the way to 9K per month in that first 30-day time span. So far, 50 days into the program, he's gotten 145 new clients, literally in the first 50 days. So definitely want to go ahead and break down exactly what we do, what happened overall, the changes that we made, and really just your journey overall. Because I think it's like an incredible win in such a short time period. So Jay, if you don't mind to start us off, when did you start cutting hair overall? How did you get to start cutting hair? And give me kind of like that background.
I've been cutting hair for maybe like 10 years professionally now. I was always kind of cutting my friends and stuff like that, but I joined barber school. I finished barber school like 2015 and got into like barbering and just started cutting, man. And it's been a journey. You know what I mean? I started cutting hair mostly because like my son, you know what I mean? Like he was gonna kind of be born. I didn't really like school and stuff like that, the whole high school dropout thing. So yeah, I remember when I went to the barber college, they were like, "Oh, you want to join?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready to join." I had just dropped out of high school maybe like 3 weeks prior. And they were like, "You need a high school diploma." I'm like, "Damn." So I had to go get the GED, and then I had to do that, pass that test, and then I went to the barber college. But yeah, now we're here. It's been like 10 years, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so you've been cutting hair for 10 years in a barber shop. Obviously, you went through barber school. When you first got into like, let's say, the barber shop, like how were you like, operating your business? Obviously, you've been not working with us for like, let's say, last 10 years. You've been on your own. How were you running your business? Like overall, how were you getting new clients? What was like your mentality behind even growing and scaling this thing up?
Yeah, I mean, I've always worked at barbershops. The sweets thing was kind of like new-ish over here in my area in Jersey, like Bergen County, Hudson County area. Maybe like 2021 they started popping up. So I was always at barbershops and I was always relying on the barbershop owner, you know what I mean, to like market and like really wasn't doing content or nothing like that, especially not like early on, like 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. During COVID, I tried to maybe start a little bit of content, but then like, I kind of like had some motivation and then I kind of like stopped doing it, wasn't consistent with it. And yeah, just relying on like the barbershop owner. And then I would say like I've been on my own and I started getting into like having my own suite. Maybe like it's been like almost 2 years now since I've been on my own because the last shop I was at for a while closed down. So yeah.
Okay, I'm just taking notes here as well too, so I can keep like points on. I know you said earlier, like even like back in 2016, you weren't doing any social media. Now, when I was cutting hair, I was cutting hair around the same time as well too, and I was starting to just get into social media and like saw the potential of that. Why were you not doing social media back then at all? Like, what was the mentality behind that?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't really think it was like what I know it to be, honestly, today. Just like the past couple of months and like days working with the program, like I didn't know what it could really do, like social media and barbering and stuff like that. Like I would see barbers do well, like closer to like around COVID time, like I really saw it boom. Like the barbering on the like Instagram and stuff. And like I was just like, all right, whatever. Like I said, I tried it, but I never really stayed consistent. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so but I'm sure you saw like content back then, like barbers posting content at least that time frame.
absolutely.
It just
I
never
used to see your content
really.
like sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sick, sick. Good old fucking days making content. But like for you, like, did it just not register? Like, oh, I could be doing the same thing. Was it just like you thought, oh, that's not for me. That's like that's for show. It didn't make sense. I know some barbers that when they see content, especially back then, they're like, oh, that's just like for clout and stuff like that. Like you can't build a business or like that's not how you get clients. Were you kind of in that mentality or what was going on?
I guess I was just complacent, man.
Ah,
I guess
interesting.
I guess I was just complacent. I guess I didn't know the true potential of the barbering. I felt like since like I landed like a good job at like a good shop that was charging like already like 50 for a haircut. You know what I mean? Like shaves were like 25 added on to the 50 and I was getting like a commission out of that, like like a 60-40 split, which was kind of cool, 60 for me. And like I was like, oh shit, like I'm in a prestigious shop, you know what I mean? Like I'm kind of chilling, whatever. They were getting me clients, but like it was nothing. Like now that I look at it now, like it really wasn't money. Like you know what I mean? Like, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so you were in that shop. I mean, like to you. But here's the thing I always think is wild, right? Like I hear a lot of barbers that say they get complacent, and I always think like that complacency comes into play when like you start relating to, let's say, like, oh, but you know my friend works at FedEx, he makes three, or he makes like, let's say, $15 an hour, and I'm making $40 an hour, therefore I'm doing better. Was that like a little bit of the mentality of the complacency, or why do you feel like you got complacent around that time?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the people around me, I was, coming from like from where I'm around and stuff, like, my friends weren't really making as much money as I was. So I was just like, all right, I guess I'm doing good, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's kind of like that trap mentality. Like I always think about it too, man. Like, um, everybody knows like you're the sum of the five people you hang around, right? And it's like
yeah.
if you don't like kind of level yourself up, especially as a barber, it gets hard. Like if you're relating yourself to people who work 9 to 5 jobs or part-time jobs, it's like we're different. We're business owners at the end of the day. Did you kind of view yourself as a business owner back then, or kind of just someone who cuts hair for like a living? It's a cool thing to do. How did you even view barbering back then?
Yeah, especially early on, I never thought about it as a business. I probably only started thinking about it as a business like the last 2 years, really, because like I've been more on my own and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, I gotta pay that rent every week. It's not
Yeah.
like that commission, so it's a little different. So it kind of started to shift my mentality around that time, and then now it's like full blown, just like this is really a business. Like
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know you said like business. You didn't take it seriously until like last 2 years. Like, what changed? Like, what was the moment that like you could like? What was the exact moment that made you like kind of shift and thinking like, oh, this is a business. I gotta take this shit seriously.
it was kind of crazy, man. Like, long story short, like the shop I was at for like 8 years in Edgewater, which was like a great area. It's like the Gold Coast of Jersey right there. It's like a suburb to New York City. Which is why I stayed there, and because like I had all types of hair type, which is what I loved about that place. Um, they closed down, bro. Like one day, the owner just couldn't, and he defaulted on the lease, and I had to figure out where I was gonna go. And then I got like my first studio, Phoenix Salon Suite in Little Ferry, with a partner, and like we were going half, and it was a pretty decent space. But like the partnership didn't go through, it fell through, and then like, all right. So then I moved, and I moved to Edgewater, which what I should have done originally at a Phoenix Suite by myself. And then that's when it really like locked in, like, yo, I gotta figure this out. I felt like I was starting off from zero again. Like I felt like, I've been cutting here for all this time. I was at this shop. I was making okay money, you know what I mean? But it's like, damn, like now I'm really on my own. I had a partnership, it didn't go good. Like now I'm on my own. So I just had to lock in, man. Like, and I was just trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of barbers. I hear this a lot as well too, right? Where like people get complacent for a while, and then they kind of like that wake up call all of a sudden because like it's either something that happened or like like they realize like you did. You've been cutting hair for a fucking long time, and it's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, why am I still in like the same fucking place, right? Why am I not
Yeah.
like growing this thing? Why am I just like seeing the same people, making the same money? My lifestyle hasn't improved. My bills are getting more expensive. Like, what the fuck's going on with this thing, right?
Yeah.
So obviously moving to the suite was like really big. Now I know you also said too. You were a little bit complacent on the content. Like you tried content and then you kind of backed off it. Like what was going on? Were you just making a couple posts here and there? Like what were you doing?
I mean, in hindsight, maybe I wasn't doing the right type of content because I wasn't seeing like instant gratification. And it's like, everybody wants the instant gratification. And it's like, it doesn't always happen like that. You gotta sometimes just post and post and post and post and post and just always post, and whatever hits and don't even look at the numbers. I feel like I was just focusing too much on the numbers and like what I was yielding back from the post. Like my results weren't really there. So I was like, whatever. And then I just kind of like forgot about it.
Then
Yeah.
when you say results, like it wasn't bringing new clients, wasn't getting
Yeah, it wasn't bringing new clients. I really wasn't getting the views or the likes. So I was like,
yeah.
maybe these other barbers, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel like maybe social media wasn't for you at the time or like did you kind of doubt if social media would work? Like, what was going through
I
your head?
also like when it comes to putting myself on the camera, I was never really comfortable with doing that. You know what I mean?
Which is funny now because obviously like you're just fucking blowing up. So
Yeah, yeah. And I'm still like, even when I'm doing the local consultations, I be up there and I just be like, damn, all right, I'm doing this. You know what I mean? But I'm getting better with it with time, just consistency. So,
sick.
yeah.
Okay, so like, you tried it. Like now, were you like going through like 6 months of posting and falling off? Was it like a couple days and you're like, oh fuck this thing? Like, how long were you even like trying to do your own posts? Like, where you're like kind of falling off the grid with it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely in the beginning, it would be like I had like a nice 2 month run maybe, and it just wasn't cutting it for me, and I was like, whatever, and that was it. Recently though, when I got into my own suite, I was actually trying to be a little bit better with the content, and I was seeing a little bit of results. I was kind of like developing a little bit of work ethic with the content, but I still wasn't putting out like content every week. You know, it was like every other week, but like I guess like the quality of content got a little better, or maybe my cuts got better. I don't know, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like anything like crazy though. But I tried to give it a try again, and I noticed that I wasn't really growing fast. And I was like, I'm gonna just keep trying, and then it was just always stagnant
Yeah.
for me. Yeah,
And I think a lot of barbers can find themselves in that space where they're like, they keep on. Obviously, everyone knows content's the fucking thing now, right? And if they don't, it's like, hey, you got to wake the fuck up. But it's like, I mean, so I see a lot of like barbers, like obviously, like they'll be like, doing the content thing for a certain period of time, right? And then if they don't see results, they kind of like get like discouraged. But it's more like they get discouraged about how much work they're putting into the thing, right? Because they don't have a game plan. They're kind of just guessing on it. Like, what was your strategy? Was it just to post every single day? Do you have a strategy where it's kind of like throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks?
yeah. At first, just throwing things out, seeing what's going on, then seeing what other barbers are posting, and just trying to copy what they're posting.
Yeah,
But I wasn't getting the same numbers they were getting, so it
yeah.
wasn't really, yeah.
I got you. I got you. Okay. And then how long did like that last for you until like you finally realized like, all right, I might need to look out for some help. I might need to like reach out and get some help on this thing and like actually get some mentorship.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because I had seen you doing the mentorship thing for a while. And I had actually hit you up. You probably don't remember, but I hit you up a while ago, and I was like
Okay.
chatting with you on the DMs, and I was like considering it. But like I had just gotten through like the Little Fairy bad partnership thing. I had just got my studio in Edgewater, and like I wanted to put a little bit of like money into the studio and like make it look a little nice and accommodating for the clients before I like invested into anything. And you know, you always have your doubts. Like you don't know if the program is real. You don't know if this is real results. You don't know, like, because there's so many mentorship programs for every niche and every industry that you don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I started seeing the social proof. I started seeing interviews like these that you did with other barbers. I went to their pages. I was like, okay, all right, all right. And then I finally, even though like I have like a bunch of loans for like my barber studio and stuff like that, like for building it and stuff like that, I was still like, man, I think I'm ready now. Like I have a nice place, it looks good. Like if I was to show you the pictures of like what it looked like before and now, you would be like, yo, bro, like that place look crazy. Which I know doesn't matter, ideally, like where you're cutting at, you know what I mean? As long as you're making content. No, I know that now, but like, um. Yeah, bro. I felt like I was ready to like put the money or like get more loans out to like do the program. You know what I mean? So then when I reached out for the program and I spoke to Rafa and he kind of broke it down for me and all of that, I was like, all right. And I was like, man, you know what? Man, let's just do it. Man. So
Interesting.
I did it. Yeah, I finally did it.
Okay.
And I should have done it sooner, bro.
Really? Well,
Word up.
why do you say that overall? Why do you feel? Because I feel like some barbers, like obviously we work with, they're like, man, I feel like I should have done it sooner. Why do you feel that way for yourself?
I mean, I say that now because like it's going really good, but like maybe it was just perfect timing. You know what I mean? Like maybe I had to go through what I went through. I always try to remind myself that. But yeah, I mean, if I would have done it sooner, I probably grown to this like to where I'm at now faster, and I probably would have been even more developed. So, you just always have like that thought kind of process. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now I know you said you
Yeah.
had a lot of doubts. Obviously, like looking at the mentorship program, what were those doubts? Like what like obviously you said like is it real? Like what were the doubts? Like what made you think that way overall? Like yeah, just like what when you saw this, what were some doubts you had?
I've always doubted reaching out for like consulting. You know what I mean? Like people with mentorship. You know what I mean? I always doubted that. I never believed in it. Investing in mentorship. Never believed in it. This is actually my first mentorship program. And obviously my experience has been great. Like I feel like this is legit and it works. And I was doubting that. I was doubting if it was gonna work. I was doubting if I was gonna put this money into it and it wasn't gonna work, and then what was gonna happen to me and my business, and then you even have doubts even when you get into the program, and like they're telling you like oh yeah, eventually, we got to scare you to this price point if you put the work. And it's like your old clients, they might have to go. And it's like, I'm just like, what you mean, bro? Like my old clients, like I told Rafa, I was like, bro, these clients have been paying my bills for like the past like 7 years. Like, what are you talking about? I gotta let them go. And
Yeah.
then it's like, man, it's business. You know what I mean? So it's like, and at that time, I was just like, damn, that sounds kind of crazy. So what if none of this stuff works out? And then where's my business left at? You know what I mean? And then the money that I put up for the mentorship and you just have doubts like that, man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. So I guess like the big thing here is like obviously I think everyone has like some sort of doubts like that. What did you have to see like in order to like kind of like silence those doubts? Of like, all right, no matter what, like I have these doubts, but I'm gonna move forward. It's like, what did you see? What was it overall?
I just felt like it was now or never. I just felt like it was now or never. I I do like to take risk. I wouldn't say I don't like to take risk. Sometimes I take them a little calculated. But recently the past 2 years, two and a, I just it's just been risk after risk, moving from here, moving from there. So I was like, what's another risk, bro? Like you done been through all this, so like what's another risk? Like, and what if this actually hits? And so I just was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, it was more like
Yeah.
you got into like the form of like action taking, and it's like, hey, the only way to figure things out is actually by doing it, right? Not by like sitting around and thinking, wondering what if type shit. Okay, so I know for you, obviously, like we joined the program, right? You were a little bit like take me through like that first like 2 weeks in, right? You're 2 weeks in the program, you still have like, oh man, what are we gonna be doing overall? Like, what's going on? What was like your experience the first 2 weeks?
I was like, how are we gonna do this? I was like, what, like, how are we gonna get all these clients booked? How are we gonna go up on our prices? All of that stuff, you know? At first, you're just like, how are we gonna do it? You know what I mean? And then it's like, you talk to your coach, and shout out to Dex, man. Dex has been like a great coach for me.
Yeah,
I love that you guys paired me up with him. I don't know if you guys do it off of like personality or whatever, but like I get along with that guy super, super like dope and everything. And yeah, bro, you talk to your coach and he kind of like guides you through it, man, and guides you through it, but you just gotta be in the mindset, like in the mind state to actually apply it all. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I think talking to Dex, obviously I talk like when we get like work with barbers, like obviously I'm like very big on like talking like with the coaches, obviously to get better insight, to give them feedback what we need to do in the business. That way, still have a hand on your business. And Dex would always tell me like, dude, whatever we give this guy, he's gonna fucking do, right? Just a fucking dog. Like, where does that come from you? Like was that because like you just took the risk, like, all right, I got to give my best before I got to like ramp this out, or what? Why were you just so like everything that we gave you, you just implemented to the T? Where did that come from?
I mean, I would say I've had a good work ethic, but sometimes I've slacked off. I've had good runs and then I've slacked off. And recently I was slacking more than anything and I was going through a lot. But I think that and then like the loan, like just being in that debt, like knowing like you got to pay this money. You know what I mean? Like you got to make it happen because if not, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? So that pressure also was like, yo, it's time to lock in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
It,
yeah,
it made you like take this more serious because it's like, okay, this isn't something small. This is like a big giant leap in my career. I better do this thing to the T if I'm going to be like
yeah,
making that risk overall, right?
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
absolutely.
Fuck yeah, dude. I guess for you, I mean, obviously, first 2 weeks in, when did you start seeing things come together? Like when you started getting new clients, like what was that time frame of like how quickly you joined to versus when you started
It's
getting
it's
more?
crazy. It's crazy for me because Dex told me he was like, "Yo, Jay, like, I don't know. I didn't think your first video was gonna bang for that, because the first little consultation I did got like 484, okay,
Yeah. First
over
video,
like over
484K.
yeah, 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 yeah. Over like 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Over like 2 weeks, but it was just growing fast. Every time I looked at it, it was up like 10, 20K, 40K, 60, 80, 90, 20, 100. It just kept going up every time I looked at it. And I was just getting new clients booked just off of that video alone. And that's when it hit. Like the first local consultation video I did, I was like, I'm in it now. Like this actually works.
Yeah.
And it got me hungry to do more videos. And Dex was reminding me, he was like, listen, Jay, like, your first video did good, but like your next videos they might not do good. And you got to make sure you keep that mindset so you don't, get discouraged. And I posted more videos, they started doing good too. And they started doing better. I started getting more clients. And it was that feedback loop thing that you mentioned in the modules, which is, bro, I appreciate the modules, like the mindset parts of the modules. I treat
Yeah.
them like podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was always into like listening to podcasts and stuff. So like, I just treat those like podcasts, and like I'll just have them on my way to the shop, on my way back home, just to constantly remind me like the existence sheet of life, the feedback loop, all of that stuff is like it really gets me through everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's what it was. From the first video, I started seeing results. So I guess I was lucky. I don't know, but yeah.
No, yeah, like I mean, like again, too, like what we designed for you at the end of the day was like we wanted to make sure we can get you some new clients really quickly. And obviously, first video hit for us, and that's like gold mine, right? All right, cool. Now we're in this thing. Now it's the biggest thing. Is like, hey, let's stay on this fucking thing. Let's continue to build. Because like Dex said, like, look, end of the day, we like there's barbers out there who get one video hit. Everybody can fucking do that one time, right? But who can
Yeah.
be great consistently over an extended period of time? That's what really separates the champions from like the fuckers at the end of the day, you know? For you, like obviously like you came in, had really great success, very first video. Obviously you've been trying to post on social media for a while, trying at this thing, right? Not really getting good results. How did that finally feel to like wake up and finally see like not only the video bang, but you're also getting new clients in after years of work?
Bro, to this day, it's like a dream, bro. I can't even believe it. It's crazy. I'm not even trying to hype it up. I am dead ass, right? I'm sorry for the language, but it's crazy. Like, man, I'm telling you, like, um, I I go to like I was dropping off my son at summer camp one day, and one of the counselors, like the counselors are these high school kids that they hire for his summer camp, um, was like, I saw your dad on TikTok. And he told me that. And then next day I drop him off again, and then the security guard at the summer program runs outside when I drop him off, comes to my car, and he's like, "Hey, I heard you're a barber." And I'm just like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Oh, let me get a card. Like when you open this and that." I gave him a card. I go to this supermarket over here by my house, and I always say what's up to the security guard. Like I'm always saying what's up to him, and like I'm going to the supermarket with my son, and I see the security guard, the same dude I always say what's up to, and he's like, "Yo, bro, I saw you on TikTok." I was like, "I know this dude, man." That's like, "Yo, that's what's up. What's your IG? Let me come see you for a cut." I
Yeah.
was with my son, so like my son seeing that, to me, it's just like it's just all like it's just yeah, man, it's surreal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like not only like you're proving like hey you can become something, you build something, be recognized for something like something you love as well too, as well as like supporting him at the end of the day and growing the business. Now, of course, like you know, first video, big hype, tons of new clients that first month. I think the biggest win, obviously, going from 4.5K that 5K per month mark overall to 9K per month, right? I guess
Yeah.
after the first 30 days, like obviously, were you kind of checking the stats as we're going along and seeing how much money you were making, or was it like
Yeah.
at the end of 30 days you're like, yo, what the fuck? I just made 9K. Like what happened?
Yeah. I mean, you know, you guys are big on tracking and like structuring business and like tracking everything. So I was trying to stay very disciplined with my tracking sheet. So I was getting an idea of what I was doing and what was going on. But like at the 30 days, it was almost just like a, and then you see the number on the Booksy, and then you're just like, what? Like I just hit 9.2. Like I was just hitting five. The month before I did 5.5. So it's like
Yeah,
9.2. Okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I guess for you, I mean, like how long were you stuck at like that 5K per month, 4.5K per month level overall?
Oh, forever, forever. The only other time I was ever doing really good was this one year where I was making like 7.2 a month. And it was because I was at the shop and like three of the barbers left, and then it was just three barbers left, and I was just getting a lot of more clientele, and I had momentum. But that was only for like 8 months.
Yeah,
And I wasn't every month. I was only doing like 3 or 4 months out of those 8 months. I hit 7.2, and then I was like doing like 6.5. That's the most I've ever done as a barber, ever, you know. But then after everything has happened for the past 2 years, bro, I was averaging like 5K. Bro, sometimes I'll do 4.5, sometimes I'll do five. Like, you know, it's been 10 years. So like I've had moments where, but like those were my highest moments. And then recently it's just been 4.5, 5, and like sometimes a 5.5. And that's
yeah,
it. That's what it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess for you, like, you know, I'm sure like finally hitting that 9K per month is like especially the fact that you saw all those new clients coming in. Like, how many new clients you get in the first 30 days?
The first 30 days, I got it right here.
Yeah.
80.
80 new clients. What was
First
the
30,
most,
yeah.
what, like, what, how many new clients were you getting beforehand?
Oh, not nothing, man. Like two a month,
Really?
if that. Yeah.
And what were you doing overall?
I wasn't doing anything. I was just doing the content that I thought was gonna get me clients. I was having fun doing the content, but whenever I had free time, because I wasn't booked out sometimes, so I had like an extra hour, extra like 30 minutes. I was like, let's do some little content. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But I wasn't really doing anything. I had my my business on the Google My Business. I had my BookSy. I already had like over the 10 years, I've developed like 100 reviews up to about there. So it's like that was kind of getting me like a client a month BookSy, but that was it.
Interesting. I guess like
Yeah.
looking back on that right now, dude, because like it just happened like that, right? Like one month, like 3 or 5 clients, however many, and then now we're at 145.
Yeah.
Like, what is that like mentality wise? Like how does that change like the way you view your business as a barber?
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit if you apply yourself and the systems. You know, one big thing for me off the modules again was like waking up at the same time, going to sleep at the same time. I used to struggle with that.
Really?
Yeah, I used to struggle with that. Cause I feel like I'm creative, and at nighttime you get the most creative, and I just didn't want to go to sleep sometimes, and I would wake up a little bit later. But now I'm just diligent. Like I wake up at the same time, I go to sleep at the same time. I could.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like for me, like one of the biggest things I'm always trying to like make sure I get across to like you guys and anyone that we work with is like, you have to become like to be able to make a bar business scale. You have to become the individual that's like conducive with making that bar business scale. And so like you're waking up at random times, doing bullshit in your free times, not taking care of the business or tracking in your spare time as well too, taking care of the business. Like what do you expect is going to happen, right? You have to become like that new era bar identity and mentality in order to scale. So I guess for you, what's like I know you talk about the mindset modules a lot, and like obviously it goes into like a lot of big business principles that help you. Because like I'm a big believer, nobody has business problems. Everyone has personal problems that bleed into the business. What's been like one lesson that like really helped you in your business? I know you just talked about like say waking up, but like outside of that, what's been one lesson, business lesson or mindset lesson that you learned that you've really taken to heart now in your business, now making 9K plus a month right now?
Since I've been working with the program, I would say um just don't look at the numbers. Just do the work.
Yeah.
You know, just do the work. Don't look at the numbers, and don't get overwhelmed. Sometimes it's hard. It's overwhelming. Like having to shoot the content, having that be on time, quality, execute the quality of the cut with the client, and do it all at once. Like you know, and then make sure you're not too late for the next client, and then you're not all the way backed up for all the clients. Cause so like try not to think too much about that, and try to just action. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You know the body will follow, you know, the mind.
Absolutely. I guess for
Yeah.
you, I know when you first joined the program, you saw like some doubts, some fears, like, oh, what if this is going to work? Obviously, you had to have like some type of motivation as like your anchor, right? I know we talked about obviously taking out a loan overall, and that was a big force for you. Outside of like, let's say the money, right? What was like a really driving, motivating factor for you to like kind of get over those doubts and put everything into action overall?
I mean, I'm only getting older. It's been 10 years. I've had moments where I wanted to stop barbering. I was like, man, this might not be it, you know, like get into trucking or do something else, who knows, you know, but um I thought about my son and the life I want to give to my son. And I'm like I said, I'm turning 30 at the end of the month. Um I'm just trying to break the cycle with my family, not to get personal, but you know, my father was in federal prison. He did 7 years. My grandfather did 12 years. I could have been like that too, you know, and I grew up without my dad, you know, my single mother, she was working hard. And, you know, I'm like, at one point when I picked up Barber and I was like, do I want my son that's about to be born to like grow up without a father too and struggle with his mother? And I locked into Barber and I gave this my all, and I never really made like crazy amount of money in this, but I always kept trying. And for him, really my son, and to just stay, you know, busy and like away from certain environments, you know what I mean? And still to this day, that's like my motivation. It's my son and trying to give him a better life. I'm about to turn 30, and I'm trying to like just go up from here, build the wealth, secure the
Absolutely.
wealth in the family now.
Absolutely. I love
Yes,
that.
sir.
And I tell you this all the time, every time we talk to you, but I'm fucking proud as hell of you, honestly. Like, just knowing, like,
Thank you.
I love the dog energy. Dex always, like, talks very highly about you. I'm super, super fucking proud of you. I guess for you,
Thank you,
what are
thank
you
you.
like on pace right now to make in month two? I know month one we did 9K. What are you on pace to make in month two right now?
It's been 3 weeks into August, and I've been doing 3K weeks.
No shit.
Last month I was averaging 1.2K weeks. Last month I went up to like 2.3K, 3.2.4. And this is like this month now of August, my first week came in at 3K, like 3,088. Second week 3,040 something or 70 something.
Yeah.
This week, and I was just like, damn, yo, am I gonna hit 3K this week and do the three
Yeah.
peat? And then I was like, and when I was doing the numbers last night and I was counting all of my whole weeks, I do it on Sunday. I count all my cuts. And I saw that 3.4. I was like, what?
That's insane, dude.
I'm like, I'm about to post it on the community. I haven't even had time to make a win about it on the
Yeah.
community. But 3.4. So now it's like I'm at 11, 11 or something like that right
That's
now.
insane.
And I have one more week of August. So I'm thinking I could hit 14 if I had another 3.4. Yeah, 14, 15, depending.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be insane. Fucking like
Hell
14,
yeah.
15. We're just continuing to grow this thing, dude. Like at the end of the day, I mean, like, dude, imagine, like, again, you think about that. Like, you go come in making 4.5, 5K per month, and then in about end of 2 months, overall 60 days, doing 15K, close to 15K. That's so fucking sick. That's
Yes,
insane
sir.
to me.
Yes, sir. All thanks to you and the pro and this program and the coach Dex and the whole elevated mentorship, new era of Barber. Nah,
Yeah,
for real.
appreciate it. Well, dude, we appreciate you because again, too, it takes two to tango. At the end of the day, like we can't do the work. We can only tell you exactly what you need to implement and do in the game plan. But dude, every single step of the way, you've been fucking implementing and harping away at this thing. So let me ask you this, Jay. Like overall, like when you see other barbers, let's say obviously in New Jersey versus like what you're doing right now, like what's the key differences that you see between how they're running their business and how you're running your business right now?
I think it's the tracking is one of the things. The Excel sheet is like, man, I wish I could have one of those. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, but I know I can't.
Yeah,
But the Excel sheet is crazy because it doing that extra, taking that extra time, I noticed, into actually putting the numbers into every box and being organized like that, it changes your mindset going forward with anything else that you're doing. And it reflected in my barbering, and it just compounded.
yeah,
And now I'm like, I need to go and do the sheet, and if I don't do it, I get anxiety. Like
yeah,
I gotta do the sheet. I gotta fill in the sheets. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta do the expense sheet. I gotta do the so I got to make sure I do that. I think it's that. I think it's fear of being in front of the camera. I think a lot of barbers struggle with just getting in front of the camera and doing it. But I think also they just don't know how to edit the video or how to how to arrange the video. Like they don't know the structure of it, I guess. So I guess maybe that's why they don't like fully commit. But I think it's really fear. It's
yeah.
just the fear of like that, and then the tracking. Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess for you, why do you feel like so many barbers are like? Because I think like when we look at the barber industry, there's a lot of barbers that struggle still, right? Struggle
Yeah.
for money, struggle for income, struggling like paying bills month to month. Like, why do you think that is? Just in your opinion overall, like why do you think a lot of barbers are still struggling inside of their business?
I don't know. I mean, it could be a plethora of things. I'm supposing, but what I have noticed is a lot of these new clients I'm getting. Every time we talk about their previous barber, a lot of barbers are like, "Oh, my barber's doing part time now. He got into like his CDL license and he's doing trucking."
Interesting.
So maybe it's like they just aren't making as much money as they think they can make, or more as they can make, and then they start going into like other niches, and then they kind of like try to make money other ways, and
Yeah.
then do part time barbering. And then, but I've noticed that from a lot of new clients, and I guess it's just maybe they're not applying themselves all the way. I don't know, and it comes down to the mentorship too. I guess they're just not getting the jewels. They're not getting the sauce.
Yeah.
There's just who knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always emphasize it, but the mindset modules for me, I don't know why. That's like that helps me out a lot, man.
Really.
Yeah,
What about it helped you out a lot overall?
just like getting the perspective of like. Because sometimes you wander in your mind and you think, oh, okay, are things actually ran in a systematic way or not? Do other people think like this when they're achieving high moments or not? Or is it just you're just getting lucky? But then like hearing you and like structuring it all and like describing the different methods of the way everything runs is kind of like confirmation for me, like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, if you have the system, if you actually follow these rules and have the perspective, the mindset shift, the frequency's higher, you're attracting more. It's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for me, that's been huge.
Absolutely. Well, I guess for
Yeah, I
you,
always say it too when I talk to you. I said it last time too.
yeah, yeah. I guess for you, Jay, I know obviously like, grow and scale your business. We're about to hit a fucking like 12, 14K per month right now, right? Which is absolutely insane. Literally only the first 2 months of working together. What I want to do next is I want to kind of like I'll give you like maybe 30 seconds, kind of think of something real quick. I kind of want to give you the floor overall of like, just like, what is your one message that you want to give to the barber who's watching this video right now, this customer interview? What is the one message you have for them? Okay. While Jay's thinking about that, if you're a barber who's like looking to grow and scale their barber business, obviously through content, get new clients into their business via content on TikTok and Instagram. We've been running a company called New Era Barbering for the last 5 years. Where we help barbers grow and scale to 20 and 30K per month. Jay Alvarez is obviously a testament to that program as well too. If you are interested in what we do as a company, how we help barbers, what I will do in the comments down below, I will leave a link that goes to a 30-minute free training that kind of shows you the inside look of what we do and how we help barbers. Feel free to click that link over and watch that training video. And if you're interested in working with us as a private client like Jay Alvarez and grow and scale your business up, there'll also be a link inside of that video to go ahead and book a call with my team so we can chat and see if it's a right fit for both sides. Now, Jay, what's your one message to the barber that's watching this video?
I'm telling you, stop wasting time. Join the program. Get the mentorship. Definitely just lock in, but don't do it unless you're ready, you're in the mindset. And if you're not in the mindset all the way yet, like I said, the mindset modules has helped me, and the program will help you get into the mindset, but you have to understand, like, you're gonna have to lock in as far as like you gotta work. You're gonna have to like show up, you're gonna have to be consistent, you're gonna have to track, you're gonna have to do the work. And if you're not ready to do that, then don't even join the program, to be honest. But they help you out a lot. You guys have helped me out a lot. You've guided me through this whole thing. I don't think I would have been able to have done it on my own. Definitely not this fast. And I never believed in paying for mentorship. And this is my first mentorship program. I've had a great experience. Barbers, lock in. Keep trying to do it on your own and see if you're gonna get the results. But I've been growing like crazy. Like 145 new clients booked is like something that like a barber shop with like five barbers handles in a month. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a single operator at
Yeah.
my studio in Edgewater. Like, it's crazy, bro. That's
Insane. Insane. Dude, I appreciate you, Jay. Like, again, too, I'm just going to double down again, dude. I'm super proud of you. Again, to every single meeting that we hold as a company, we always share like our wins that we have with all of you guys. And every single fucking meeting I go on, Jay Alvarez got a new win. Jay Alvarez got a new win every single fucking time. So, dude, I appreciate you. I'm very proud of you and very excited to see what's coming next over the next couple months. Overall, see where we can continue to grow and scale this business. I think 100% we can get this 20K per month business. The only thing is, once we hit 20K per month, we got to hop back on another interview at that rate so we can kind of do a recap on that, okay?
let's go. I can't wait.
Fuck
Let's
yeah, dude.
go. 20K months.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
thank you
And
so
I
much.
appreciate you, Daniel. I appreciate you. I know I always say I appreciate you. I appreciate you for making this program and helping out barbers because barbers, like, you can hit that 1%. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You can of the industry. And I just appreciate you, man. Thank you.
absolutely, dude. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.